Yo, 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 we back in it, bro. Some more CM Punk news. Let's see what's going on. Let's get right into it. CM Punk breaks silence. Something about Tony Khan,
Meet
issuing a
Kiana,
statement
Shiora, and
after,
Karthik, just
well,
a few
reacting
merchants
to
from around the
what
globe
happened.
who've switched to Shopify. Why? It's easy.
I feel like Tony
What is
Khan
going
gonna
on,
be
guys?
like
It is
stupid and
WrestleMania
be like,
here, back
that's
with
their
some more
problem,
news.
something like that.
Join us now as WrestleMania looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Seth Rollins breaks his silence on CM Punk's return,
I saw
The
he
Rock
did
and
that
Stone
at
Cold Steve
the
Austin
live event.
also weighing
I
on
feel
CM
like it's
Punk's
still a
return.
work
Is CM
because
Punk
he
a
wasn't
free
that mad
agent?
as he was
Tony
at
Khan
first.
can't comment on
It's like
Punk's return.
he was
Matt
faking
Riddle
his
throws shade on Punk's return and much
you
more.
know,
Be
what
sure
would
to
you call it,
subscribe and hit that
madness?
notification bell
I
for
don't
daily
know.
wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, WrestleMania.com. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story is the talk of the town. On top of today's news is of course CM Punk's return to WWE at Survivor Series and what's next for the Second City Saint and the world's
Second
reaction to his
City
return.
Saint, baby.
Well, first let's look at Seth Rollins breaking his silence on CM Punk's return. Is Seth Rollins really upset with CM Punk's return to WWE? If
Nah.
you've been following the news surrounding Punk's return at Survivor Series, you'll likely seen the video showing Seth Rollins having a meltdown following Punk's return. The video appears to show Rollins flipping Punk off while Seth was being restrained by WWE officials from going after him. While there are different thoughts on Rollins' reaction to Punk's return, with some believing it's a work while others believing Seth was legit angry, it's believed Rollins addressed Punk's return with the following comments the World Heavyweight Champion made at a live event. "I'm not going to waste any more breath on anyone who's been gone for 8 years, has done nothing but try to tear this place down. I want to use my breath to talk about the people who worked to make WWE the hottest ticket in town. The universe will have to wait and see how things play out with Punk and Rollins, which is exactly what the WWE wants its fans to do. Do you think they'll book a program between Punk and the Visionary? Would you guys like to see it happen? Let us know in the comments
I
down
know
below."
it's gonna happen.
Next up,
They
The
say
Rock
it's
and
supposed
Steve
to happen
Austin
at
on
the
Punk's
Rumble,
return.
which
There have
is
been many reactions to
very
Punk's
soon.
return, including two from
It's
The
in
Rock and Stone
January.
Cold Steve
It's
Austin. Both
almost
superstars took to
December.
social media
Just
and liked the
about.
story of Punk's
We got
return.
like,
In addition, Fightful Select is reporting
let's
that
see.
Bayley and Kofi Kingston were happy to see Punk back and that the WWE filmed some reactions for its digital content. Next up is Punk a free agent. Is CM Punk going to end up on Raw or SmackDown? While fans expecting to see on tonight's Raw, Fightful Select is reporting there was talk of Punk being a free agent, but he is scheduled for Raw. Indeed, the Patreon site notes, much of WWE Raw was already planned without CM Punk, so rewrites for the show are in order to fit him in. It makes perfect sense for the WWE to treat Punk as a free agent as his presence is set to spike ratings. Why would the WWE limit Punk to one show, at least initially, when he can interact on Raw and SmackDown? We don't know what programs Punk will be involved in, although some fans believe Shinsuke Nakamura's recent mystery messages were directed at Punk. However, it's unknown if they'll work together, at least right now. One of the more interesting things about Punk's return will be his impact on WWE's ratings. The
I
ratings
feel
have
like
been
they
up for
got
some
too many
time, and
free
while
agents
Monday
though.
Night Football continues to dominate the ratings on
They
Sometimes
got
road turns into not road. That's where these Cooper
they
AT3s
got
come in.
Jake
Go
Cargill,
with the
and then they
Coopers.
got CM Punk. They got put one of them on a show, so it's just not like both of them just showing up on different shows. Not that Jay Cargill's
Monday
at the
night,
shows
Raw
anyway.
has done okay with the all-important 18 to 49. Surely Punk's return will help Raw further, but if so, by how much? An
A
equally
whole lot.
important
I'm
question is
hoping.
how long Punk's return
I
will
know
spike
I'm a
ratings.
live
Will
stream,
fans get tired of his
so
return, or
y'all
is it
y'all
something
make
the
sure to watch
WWE
me.
can utilize to create must-see programming? If so, the WWE's investment of Punk could really pay off. Next up, Tony Khan can't comment on Punk's return. Well, the AEW president was recently interviewed by the BBC's Steve Herman, and when Herman asked about Punk's WWE return, he told him, "Can't talk about that, nor do I think it's the time and the place. I appreciate you asking. I'm very excited about AEW All In at Wembley Stadium. Not to dodge your question, but it's something I legally can't talk about." Do Khan's comments mean that there's some sort of non-disclosure agreement in place surrounding Punk's AEW exit? If so, is there something similar with Punk? If Punk shows up on the 27th November Raw as expected, it'll be interesting to see what, if anything, he says about his time in AEW. While it's unlikely WWE will give AEW any free advertising by mentioning the promotion's name, there are plenty of ways to discuss it
I
without
mean, they
uttering the
mention
initials
all the people that
AEW.
work at
Next up,
AEW all
did
the
Triple
time.
H criticize Jade Cargill's AEW training? Speaking of knocking the competition, did Triple H criticize Jade Cargill's training during a time in AEW? Triple H commented on Cargill's progress in the WWE during the post-Survivor Series press conference, telling the media, "Jade is, I have no less belief in her now than I did then. It's interesting, when she came in, we talked about her development and where she would land. But what the development was, I want to make sure that no matter what is thrown at Jade Cargill, she's ready." There have been rumblings amongst some fans as to why WWE paraded Cargill around in backstage segments on WWE TV, only to have Jade disappear from TV. This has led to rumors that WWE may have second thoughts about whether she's ready to compete on TV, either on NXT or on the main roster. While nothing official has been said, Triple H did point out, "At no fault of her own, I think she was limited in that. So the idea was we exposed her, we made her be seen. People are understanding and they're waiting and they're excited for her to come. And when she does, it's going to be massive." Is Triple H insinuating that Cargill's training wasn't enough to get her ready for WWE? That's subject to interpretation. However, if the WWE feels Cargill wasn't ready, why did they sign her? She competed in AEW for nearly 3 years and her abilities should have been obvious to anyone watching her. While it's clear she was learning on the job and being protected in her matches, the idea that the WWE signed her without no idea about her abilities is kinda laughable. Next up,
I don't
Cody
know. I
Rhodes'
feel like they
touching
didn't want to
tribute
put her in
Randy
some
Orton.
random
Randy
feud
Orton's return was
that
an
would
emotional experience
took
for
down
many
her
fans, but
popularity.
fans weren't the only ones who became emotional. Cody
You
Rhodes
gotta
discussed
look her in
Randy's return
something
during the
good,
Survivor
right?
Series post-show press conference, saying, "At the end of the match, Randy said to me, 'Thanks for the phone call. I always wanted to tell him thanks for my career. I keep thinking this is going to end, right? And I couldn't have got to where I had if not been around Randy. Randy is so many wild, chaotic, and you hear all these funny stories about him and all this nonsense." Cody's got the massive rub when the WWE paired him with Randy Orton as part of the Vipers faction, The Legacy, and while it took Cody time to get to the level he is now, the American Nightmare pointed out Orton's impact on him. But as a performer, a professional wrestler, a WWE superstar, what an outstanding mentor he was to me. Truly, I'll never forget standing in the ring at the Royal Rumble when he won, pointing at the WrestleMania sign and just thinking like, I want to be like him. And that's just as nice as I'm going to get about it. I was really touched. Next up, 10 more years for Randy Orton. Another interesting takeaway from Survivor Series was Randy Orton apparently letting fans know he wants to stick around for 10 more years. This is great to know as Randy didn't skip a single beat at Survivor Series. Next up, big change coming for the
10
Young
years
Bucks.
is a long
It looks like
time.
the Young Bucks are about to do more than just turn heel.
Probably
A
in his
report from the
50s.
Wrestling Observer states that Brothers Jackson are
But
going
if
to
he
undergo a
can, Ray can
metamorphosis
do
as
it.
well.
Okay.
The Young Bucks are obviously
Not
being
everybody can,
repackaged
but
as heel
you
and
know,
will be playing into their negativity like they did
get
years
into
ago
that
with Killing
gym and
Business
start
and
working
Scott
out.
Monkey merchandise. They've trademarked KTB Wrestling, Killing the Business Wrestling for merch, and Super Dick Party, although KTB is not part of the AEW stable idea and right now is for outside AEW projects. Meltzer mused that the Bucks may be reuniting with an old partner in crime. They look to be doing a heel group with Brandon Cutler. Colt Cabana's name has been mentioned, but that doesn't appear to be a certainty. The idea is for them to take some time off and come back as heels with major impact. It's the beginning stages and there's no known time frame on when they'll be pulled the trigger on it and they will return. BT is also apparently gone on hiatus during this period. But it appears it's actually going on for more than a hiatus, as Meltzer
I
explained.
wonder if they're going to try
We'll
to
write more
book
about this in
the
the coming
show,
weeks, but the
AEW
BT is
show
not on
better.
hiatus. It's
Since
actually
CM
done.
Punk is on
As of
the
this point in time, there are no
WWE.
plans to bring it back.
You
Given
know they're
Nico
going
Matt
to
Jackson's
reference it
proficiency
on
and
the
utilizing social media to get
TV a
themselves
whole
over,
lot.
it seems unlikely that they won't tap into the medium in some way to further their characters, even if it means something different than being the elite.
For
Next
a
up,
cheap
Orton and
pop or
Punk are
whatever.
top merchandise sellers. As CM Punk isn't the only superstar who returned at Survivor Series, as Randy Orton made his long-awaited return
I
to
wanna
compete in the men's War
actually
Games
get on
match.
WWE
Orton
Shop
received a
and
hero's
see if
welcome,
they
and
got
based on
any
some merchandise
merchandise
sales,
for
the
them yet.
WWE's universe is excited about his return and Punk's. WWE Shop's top merch movers are currently CM Punk and Randy Orton. And finally, Matt Riddle shades Punk's return. It seems like everyone has an opinion on CM Punk's return, including recently released superstar Matt Riddle, who shared this delightful message on X. "Hey WWE, you thought I was hard to deal with? Have fun with 0 and 2 CM Punk." Obviously, Matt Riddle got roasted in the comments, saying at least that CM Punk wasn't 0 and 2 on passing the wellness test. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Okay. Thank y'all for watching. I actually want to check, let's check WWE.com to see if they got any CM Punk merch on there already. Okay, WWE.com. No, I meant WWE Shop. My fault. But yeah, me looking at WWE.com, they got CM Punk on the home page. So yeah, they already know. Let's see what the shop looking like. Oh yeah, they already got his t-shirt on there. They got the Survivor 20 series 23 War Games Chicago. They got Randy Orton's hoodie and t-shirt, Strike First, RKO. Let me see if they got like one of those like pages for like superstars. Where it's like the superstar has I guess they ain't adding CM Punk yet. You know, they got like people on the side, they got like AJ Styles all the way to Roman Reigns, all the way to the Bloodline. I'm gonna just click view all. Because if I click that, it'll just show the superstars merch. Okay. I'm looking through everybody. BC. Okay. Okay. I didn't even know Cruz del Toro had any merch. We got Dragon Lee. Let me just do a search. They have a 40% off using the code WWECM. I see what they did there. I see what y'all did there. But let me just, can I just make a regular search? Oh yeah, you make the search from the homepage. CM Punk. So far they got that men's War Games t-shirt I was telling you about. That has Survivor Series and has what's the thing on the back. They have a men's black Stone Cold Steve Austin vintage t-shirt, which is weird. So far they only got like the regular t-shirt, the regular they just got the Survivor Series t-shirt for CM Punk and a Stone Cold t-shirt, which is I don't know, what does that have to do with CM Punk? You can it's $20 with a code, but the Stone Cold t-shirt, but the CM Punk t-shirt not showing any type of promo code. I'ma click it and do the stuff. Okay, they got large. That's my size too. Let's see, can we add the code to it? Price locked in for a limited time only. Okay, that's cool. And they said, let's go to checkout. I just want to put in the code. Oh, nah, they trying to make me do the whole email and name and address stuff.